Good morning. It's a beautiful day. We're going to find some breakfast. I'm not sure we're going to be very lucky because it seems like everything is closed, but we shall try. I don't know if this is soy milk or regular milk, but I saw that she just ground it in straight up a big chunk of taro. It's not sweetened at all and it tastes so good. I feel like my brother would like this because he's really into this. It's not fresh taro, but it's called super milk and it's taro flavored from Indonesia. This is really good. Today we're heading to the hot springs village. And then we're heading to Tamsui, which is apparently one of the most popular areas in Taipei. It's so beautiful and nice today. We inadvertently picked the best day to go to the beach. We were looking for a change of pace from the hustle and bustle of Taipei City Center, so we took the Taipei Metro Red Line to Beitou, which is the hot springs village located about 30 to 40 minutes outside of Taipei. I can confidently say that this is one of my favorite things that I've ever done. It's this Japanese colonial era town that has tons of natural hot springs, beautiful architecture, and lush scenery. We made it to Beitou, and it's the hot springs valley, and the entire city, you can tell it smells like sulfur because apparently blue sulfur is only found in one of two hot springs areas, one of them being in Taiwan, one of them being in Japan. But we stuck our hands in the hot springs almost immediately and they're warm. It said that at the actual source of the hot springs it's about 70 Celsius, which is crazy, but there were tons of elderly people sticking their hands in there because it has a lot of health benefits. So we're gonna see. We might want to go to a foot spa, but we'll see if we end up doing that. Let's explore the area. It's gorgeous. One of the most memorable things for me, particularly about visiting Beitou, was seeing just the difference in the pace of life. I have never seen so many people just sitting in a public park, watercoloring and painting and just enjoying their day. And it just really reminded me to take a step back and just slow down every once in a while. You guys, can you see the color of the water? That's because of the blue sulfur. There's the Hot Springs Museum in the distance, which we will be going to. Hi! Okay, let's see what the view is like up here. It's like a little pagoda. Right next to the Beitou Public Library is the Hot Springs Museum. It was actually built in around 1913 during the Japanese rule of Taiwan, and after the handover of Taiwan from Japan to the Republic of China in 1945, the building underwent several transformations, even falling into disarray. In October of 1988, they reopened the Hot Springs Museum, and it's a beautiful look into both Japanese and European architecture. When you step inside, it really does feel like you're stepping into a piece of history. It's completely free to visit, and it is so stunning inside. The name Beitou actually originates from the indigenous term meaning witch, and it likely is inspired by the mysterious smoking boiling water. On our way to our next destination, we saw a little stall selling some eggs, and we were very intrigued because they had like garlic flavored eggs, chili oil, you name it, and I believe they were cooked in the hot springs water. We did get bamboozled though because I thought I was gonna have this like jammy, nice egg yolk, and it was completely hard-boiled. Not jammy.
They're baiting me. That's the reason why I got it. Garlic is good though.
But very healthy snack. Just a hard-boiled egg. Buena said this water is also hot. Oh wow. Ah. Next on our agenda was the Beitou Thermal Valley. It's also known as Hell's Valley or the Ghost Lake, and it's this beautiful scenic geothermal park in Beitou district, and it's famous for the steaming emerald green sulfur springs. You cannot go inside, you can't even get anywhere near. It's completely fenced off because the water reaches about 80 to 100 degrees Celsius. After finishing up at the Thermal Valley, we headed to Puji Temple, which is a Buddhist temple dating back to the Japanese era of Taiwan. It's extremely well preserved and very peaceful, and definitely worth a stop if you're visiting. This cup branding is amazing. Look at the
seeing as it was the best weather we've had all trip, we decided to go to Tamsui, which is in New Taipei City in North Taiwan. It sits right on the Tamsui River, and just along the river you're going to see Tamsui Old Street, which is lined with shops, restaurants, and vendors selling all kinds of things.
What a difference in weather from yesterday.
There's also a ton of colonial era architecture and structures, for example, Fort San Domingo and as well as Oxford College, because Taiwan has a long history of colonization from Dutch to the British to the Spanish to the Japanese, which just adds to the uniqueness of Taiwan and all of the different things it has to offer. Tamsui is genuinely such a special place. Not only are the visuals insane, but it really feels local. I have heard that Tamsui is one of the most popular areas in Taiwan amongst locals, and you can really feel it. Oxford College was actually established in 1882 by a Canadian missionary, and it's a renowned historic site, actually the first school of Western learning in Taiwan, and honestly, very beautiful, perfect spot for some Instagram photos.
Exactly what I was calling. I knew exactly what to say. There will be nothing to get over if I just let it slip away.
One thing on my bucket list was that I really wanted to see a beautiful sunset while I was in Tamsui, but I was sidetracked by this kakigori that I saw, and when I tell you, this is the best kakigori, maybe even the best dessert that I've ever had in my entire life, I'm not lying. Typically, whenever you have shaved ice, the syrups are very artificial, but you could literally see the seeds from the strawberry in this, and it had this soft gelatinous mochi on top, red bean, vanilla ice cream, and it was a 10 out of 10. It was also my first time trying a Japanese crepe, and it was so yummy. Just know that you're required to order at least one thing per person, but it's located right in the Fisherman's Wharf, and it is the perfect place to watch the sunset.
What if we've been as good as we get? Found myself in a cardboard box.
We made it to Shifen waterfall, and well, actually we made it to the outskirts of the park, but Shifen is famous for their old town as well as this beautiful waterfall, which we're on our way to. We're gonna walk across the suspension bridge, and then it's about 15 minutes on foot to the waterfall park.
So I want to preface this by saying that I think you should definitely visit Shifen. However, we did have a bit of a difficult time actually getting up here. We ended up caving and just taking a taxi, which was about maybe 30 to 40 minutes and very affordable, but unfortunately there was a major rockfall in the area, and so a lot of public transportation routes were limited. It was about a 15-minute walk from Shifen Old Street to Shifen Waterfall Park, which is completely free to visit, and it's an extremely scenic walk. You're going to cross multiple suspension bridges and see tons of beautiful visuals of the Keelung River. We also crossed this beautiful little village, a temple, and once you're there, you're very, very close to the waterfall. Shifen Waterfall is actually called Little Niagara because it's a curtain waterfall and it is so expansive and beautiful. The one tip that I will give you is don't stop the platform that you see everybody crowding on. In the distance, there's actually a platform if you walk, and you will have it all to yourself, and it is so beautiful. The mist coming off the waterfall is also extremely refreshing because Taiwan is very humid, but if you don't want to get wet, make sure you bring an umbrella or a poncho. Shifen Old Street originated in the earliest 20th century as a vital coal mining transport route during the Japanese era. But today, it's really famous for the bustling market, sky lanterns, and the unique train tracks running around the street. Jiufen is a mountain town located east of Taipei in the mountains, and it's known for its narrow alleyways of the old town, which are packed with tea houses, street food shacks, and souvenir shops.
We are in Jiufen, and we're on our way right now, or somewhere nice to sit until sunset, because they turn on all the lanterns in Jiufen at nighttime, and it looks super magical. I believe it's down there, baby. And then to like the left. But the really popular tea house here is Ame Tea House. However, it's walk-in only, and it's very hyped, so I'm sure it's gonna take a very long time. So we're just gonna look for something else.
A lot of people think that Miyazaki found inspiration for Spirited Away from this village, and there is some debate on whether or not that is true, but nonetheless, you can really see the resemblance in how absolutely stunning this town is. One of the most popular things to do here is visit one of the tea houses. The most popular one is Ame Tea House, and it's also very photogenic, so you're definitely going to want to stop and take some photos there. But actually, the history of Jiufen is that it was a gold mining town. A ton of gold was found, and it was a big hub during the Japanese gold rush era.
Item number one is going to be scallion pancakes. It's like a scallion pancake omelet, which I'm finding out is one of my favorite things. And they gave us this delicious looking sauce. It's like a soy-based sauce with green onions, maybe some vinegar, I don't know. That's so good. Wow. We have two other items coming. Okay, next item that we're trying, it says it's a fried shrimp roll. There's a dish that I really love in Vietnamese cuisine, and I think this might be similar. Wow, that's really good.
I like that.
It's hard to explain. It sort of tastes like it has some kind of radish. It feels like potato or radish, but the outside is so interesting. Like, I don't know what they've breaded it in, but it's so fun to eat. It's really good. It tastes like it has 5 spice, maybe white pepper. Next up is gonna be the shrimp fried rice. I'm gonna put some in my bowl. It has some dried shrimp on top, a bunch of greens. It really reminds me of the salty fish rice that my mom makes. And I'm also going to put some of that yummy sauce on top. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna spoon some sauce over top and have our first bite. So many textures. It has cabbage, dried shrimp, and a bunch of greens, but the texture is like honestly very interesting. We're walking up a big hill to hopefully find a nice view as the lanterns start turning on and as sunset starts. It's like 5-ish right now, and sunset is at 5:35.
When we got to Taipei, we ended up stumbling upon this night market. I believe it happens every Friday and Saturday night, and there were tons of local vendors selling things from persimmon wine to boba carriers and candles, and it was so fun to stroll around and just see everybody out and about. We ended up just staying in for dinner that night, so we got some takeaway from Din Tai Fung and had an early night in. Good morning. We started off our morning at the Maokong gondola and we were taking it all the way up the mountain.
I feel like it's gonna drop soon.
Yeah, if you'll feel it. Get ready.
Whoa.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
Hard to move.
How sick. So right now, we took the Maokong gondola and we're actually going to Taipei Zoo's south entrance. We're gonna explore the zoo for a bit and then we're gonna head up even higher up the mountain. We got an unlimited pass. You can also do Crystal Cabin Pass, but here we are. We got our own gondola. Oh, you feel it rocking?
Yep. I know. That's what I was waiting for.
We made it to Taipei Zoo. It is ginormous. We're gonna try and do as much as we can in a short amount of time because we also want to head up to the Maokong Tea Village. But there's Bueno. Let's go see. This is my tour guide.
Yes, follow me.
Guys, look at his hoodie. Wow, 10 out of 10.
Like it?
Yes.
Stop on the gondola is the Maokong Tea Village, which is full of tea plantations, hillside temples, and beautiful trails. This village is located more than 1,000 feet above downtown Taipei. One of the first things that you're going to see when you get to Maokong is these two little shops, and they sell the most delicious oolong flavored soft serve with a really cute little cat cookie on top.
It's funny because there's also a cat outside. We got half vanilla, half, what was it called? I don't remember, but half tea. I believe this is like the kind of oolong that they brew up here. That's so good. We're walking to where? I have no idea, but I'm curious.
For more than a century, it's been one of Taiwan's most important tea growing centers, and many Taiwanese can actually trace their heritage back to Fujian, China, which is a southern province with a long tradition of tea making. We didn't have a ton of time by the time we made it up to the tea village, so we weren't able to do a hike, but we did just kind of explore the area, see all the different tea houses and the beautiful scenery. I am really bummed because we didn't have tons of time by the time we made it up here, but I did really want to do the Yinhei Cave waterfall trail. If you have time, definitely go do it and maybe send me some pictures. Let me know if it's worth it and I will make my way back. I was famished by the time we made it down the mountain because we basically didn't eat the entire day. So we went to Kora Sushi because sushi is my absolute favorite thing to eat. When you go to Kora, make sure you try the sukiyaki with the egg. I normally don't like beef sushi, but when I tell you, this is phenomenal. Kora is also fun because if you eat a certain amount of plates, you end up being able to win a prize. And I actually won one this time. It was this cute little creature and he was actually holding one of the little sushi tins. We basically ended up in Zhongshan every single night because there's just so much to do, tons of food options, shops, and boba. Today we're trying Yinpin tea. I ended up getting a roasted oolong and Bueno got a black milk tea and it was a 10 out of 10. I don't know what to tell you. You're not gonna find bad boba in Taiwan. It's just not possible. We were able to people watch, spend some time near this adorable Shiba, and obviously just enjoy our night. The weather was really lovely today and we had the best time.